going on, everyone? Chargers Now is presented by Prize Picks. I'm your host, Will Ortner. And on today's show, we're going to be talking about the guys who've been balling out over the first 2 days of mandatory minicamp. Now, tonight, we are obviously going to have the last day of mandatory minicamp for the Chargers. We're going to make sure that tomorrow we let you know who the winners and losers were from mandatory minicamp, from OTAs, as we get ready for, well, the dark days of summer, where you have to get really excited about that other football, and you have to get excited about baseball, and you really just kind of sit on your hands until football is back. But here's the beauty of this show. We're not going to go anywhere during that time. We're going to let you know who's had a good week for the Chargers, because I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of guys that really impressed. And I know that still to a degree it is the underwear Olympics right now, where you have guys that are making big plays and making big moves, but you don't know if that move would have been able to be accomplished if everyone had pads on. We don't know how they're going to stand up when it comes to hitting. We know that right now people are in positions where they might be a 1 or they might be a 2, but head coach Jim Harbaugh made it very clear to us that the real position battles, the real jobs will be won once pads are on in July and August. Now, of course, that all makes sense. But that doesn't mean that we can't get excited about the guys who absolutely balled out. If you're excited, hit the thumbs up button on today's video. Our top like video from last week had 141 likes. Let's beat that number on today's show. All you got to do, you hit that thumbs up button and just enjoy our content. So let's talk about day one and the top performers from that first day, because we broke down a couple of big things for Brendan Thompson. We talked about what Ladd McConkey's injury news was, but I don't think that we gave enough shine to some of the other stars for this Chargers team, and I thought that we should do that right now. Genesis Smith, the rookie, absolutely balled out on day one of mandatory minicamp, and that is something that is very, very important for this Chargers team as they try and get younger at that safety position. Smith is someone who can easily help this team do that. He had a big interception on Trey Lance, and now I know some people are going to say, well, Will, that's not Justin Herbert. It's still important to know. When you are a rookie, when you're a young player, you're able to go out there, make some plays for this team. And Smith was someone that was able to do that for the Chargers. Another thing that's important to kind of notice and to look at with Smith is his ability right now to have time to develop. He doesn't have to be ready to go immediately. He is someone that can build slowly because of the depth that you have at that safety position right now. But I'm telling you, he's on the right path. Next, let's talk about Keaton Mitchell. He was a big-time free agent signing for the Los Angeles Chargers, and obviously everyone was very excited for him to be with the team. Now, Mitchell is a player that can really explode in this offense. He's someone who has breakaway speed, but he also has a great ability to catch the football out of the backfield. He had a big catch on day one, ended up making a bunch of guys miss. This is important to note. Now, he's got to stay healthy this entire year, but this is why you brought him in. For those big plays, explosives, not to quote Jonathan Gannon, but pew, 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 explosives. I think that's how he did it. When we look at a guy like Mitchell, he's brought in to have the big play. He's having big plays already right now during OTAs, and that is huge. Who is the most exciting player on the Chargers? Let me know down below in the comment section. Who is the guy that you're most excited to watch? Who is the guy that when you turn the TV on to Chargers football, you go, oh, sweet, I get to watch this guy on this Sunday. How lucky am I? I know back in the day it was a lot of LaDainian Tomlinson, for those of you who are in that late millennial, early Gen Z range like myself, late 20s. Some people might say it was Antonio Gates as well. Darren Sproles was fun as well. Right now for this Chargers team, I love watching Akeem Mesidor. Now, I know we haven't seen him suit up in a Chargers uniform yet. I got to see him live in person when he was playing with the Miami Hurricanes at the Cotton Bowl. Oh, man. As a former offensive lineman, I couldn't take my eyes off him. I'm not that big of a fan of defensive linemen. Just can't be. But I'm telling you right now, watching him play, I just knew that he had a lot of those linemen in a really bad spot. Last day one performer that I really want to break down on today's show was Cameron Dicker. Now, not many people are going to be talking to you about your place kicker during mandatory minicamp and OTAs, but he did something that I frankly thought had to be talked about on today's show. Before we do that, though, I need to let you know that today's show is made possible by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 sports picks app and is the best place to win cash while watching sports. With baseball season in full swing, there's no better time to cash in with our friends at Prize Picks. And I'll tell you this, the app is really easy to use. To qualify for a Prize Picks lineup, pick 2 to 6 players and select more or less in stat projections, including hits, home runs, strikeouts, and several others across all sports. One thing I love is the new social feeds feature where you can share Prize Picks with your friends and copy lineups with a single click. You can actually follow me on the app at BigWill7774 to see all of my lineups. I have a lineup for the football action going on later on this year. Quentin Johnston, more on his receiving TDs. Kenyon Sadiq, more on his receiving TDs. Jackson Smith and Jigba, more on his receiving TDs. New user offer. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to receive $50 in lineups. That's code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups with PrizePicks. Clickable link to download the app is in the comments and description. Cameron Dicker didn't miss a single kick. How insane is that? Not one kick was missed during that day one of OTAs. That's a big deal because at the end of the day, you need to have a kicker that you can rely upon, a kicker that you know is going to put the ball through the uprights as many times as possible, someone that you don't have to worry about. That is huge for this Chargers team. Let's move on to day 2 now because yesterday there were some guys that exploded in a different way. And these guys, these are the guys that we talk about consistently during the NFL season because they have to be top performers for this team. Justin Herbert, someone that, who knows, maybe we'll be talking about as a potential MVP winner. Maybe we'll be talking about him as a true blue Super Bowl champion. Fingers crossed on that one. He lit it up on day 2. This was his first day where he was really throwing against defensive backs, showing the new footwork that he had worked on with offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel. And it was clear early on he had it going. Bunch of completed passes in a row. Most of the balls that ended up hitting the turf were not because Justin Herbert wasn't accurate. It was because his wide receivers just frankly weren't able to hold on to the football. The kid is going to take this team as far as he can carry him, but he's not going to have to carry as much of the load as he had in the past. I'm telling you right now, he's franchise QB. He is a QB that is good enough to take this team to the Super Bowl. This team is good enough, if they stay healthy, to go to the Super Bowl. Justin Herbert keeps putting in days like he has been, man. Watch out. The sky's the limit. Are you hyped for the 2026 NFL season? I needed to be here, man. I'm tired of talking about hypotheticals. I'm tired of talking about what ifs. I'm tired of talking about practice. We talking about practice? I want to be talking about games. I'd be in the comment section right now spamming that yes, yes, yes. Derwin James, man. That kid had a big day. And I probably shouldn't say that kid. I should say that beast because the guy's an absolute stud. Had an interception on the day. Was flying around, making plays. One of the more versatile players in the National Football League. Someone that really can't be stopped. And I'm telling you right now, Derwin James having a big day 2 of OTAs is huge for everyone. Obviously, he just got that contract extension. He's very happy. He's one of the better players on the defensive side. A lot of people talk about how good Nicky Manwari is. Derwin James is one of the originators of that style of play. I'm telling you right now, man, if he's going to go out and have a big-time day during OTAs, we should all be very excited for him. We got one more player, or I guess I should say position group, to talk about. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nod, nod. But first, I need to let you know about this sweet deal we got going on at chatsports.com/USA. Get your USA 250 t-shirts. It'll get here in time for the 4th if you order those now. I'm telling you, go and grab one today. These are freaking sweet. Great deal, by the way. Buy 2 items from the USA 250 collection. You're going to get $10 off. Only $24.99. We're going to have that link in the comment section and description of today's video. Last thing, the offensive line, man. That crew, they were humming on all cylinders. And we know that, let's just be nice, head coach Jim Harbaugh can be a bit quirky from time to time. But he was so excited about the way the offensive line was working, the way that they were grinding. He grabbed the reporters and brought them all over so that they could watch this offensive line. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is the perfect offensive line unit. There's a lot of things that you still have to work out. That left guard position battle is still going to be a grinder. But if Jim Harbaugh is very excited about what this crew is doing and how well they are playing and how well they're being coached right now, then that is something that we should all be excited about. I'm telling you this, it's going to be a fun team. It's been a fun week so far. A lot of good, a lot of positives for the Los Angeles Chargers. Obviously, one more day going through it. Then we'll get into our winners and losers. And then, well, we'll be here breaking down all the news that you need to know and the rumors that you need to know. So, of course, hit that thumbs up button if you're excited for what the Chargers have been doing this offseason. If you can't wait for the season to start, hit that subscribe button, because when other people take vacation and they take time off, we don't do that here at Chargers Now. We make sure that we get content out for you every single day. Thank you guys so much for viewing the video. Can't wait to see you next time. Tell someone that you love them, and go Bolt Up.